Yo, somebody say something.
What is going on?
Well, all right, there we go.
Yeah, testing that just as we went live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Sunday here on the Exploding Dice channel. I'm just making sure I don't have my Twitch up and running, because sometimes I do that. But we are coming to you once again with another fantastic episode of Exploding Dice playing our Jade Regent campaign. This is, I believe, episode number 12, called The Darkness Revealed. Or at least that's what I called it. And so before we jump on into the game, of course, we want to say hello to all of our fantastic players, a couple of whom are currently dead, but we're working on affording resurrection spells for both of them. But until we do, we, as always, have number one on our list and in our hearts. How's it going, Trending?
What? You're not over there.
No, I'm above you now. Brady Bunch rules, remember?
Weren't you always above me? Then everybody else is over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Went to a party last night, and I'm very tired. Very, very tired. There was so much meat, and by that I mean tri-tip. But in
I don't know if you saw my tweet. I ate like my weight in barbecued kielbasa yesterday.
Ooh.
I fell into the best coma.
It's kind of where I'm sitting right
Yeah.
now. It's right at the very teetering on the edge. Anyway, my buddy Pepe, he's the guy who printed this map for me, which you can't see
because it's extremely bright.
Because I put my curtain up, and then a gust blew, and it just pink, and it fell off. Like, screw it. But anyway, he was grilling tri-tip all night long, and people were just like, he'd put it down, he'd cut it, and like the knife would come up and go for the next slice, and the slice he just cut was gone. You know, it's like somebody's gonna lose a damn finger. And but it was a friend's birthday party, so we had a big Halloween / birthday party for Loco, and it was a lot of fun, and I was there much later than I should have been.
Awesome. And who are you playing today?
Some guy, actually a dude named Balin Koth, who is a human fighter, former enforcer for some other criminal people in the town of Riddleport, far to the north.
Yes. And let me just make sure this is a little bit loud. And next, of course, we have... Yeah. Next, of course, we have Xantor, played by Adam, who is dead, of a nasty case of the bubons, the plague he caught.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Ben. Since he's not here, I'm going to take a moment to say hello to Ben from Sirenscape.
Yes. What's going on, Ben? Ben's a good friend of mine and generous enough to allow us to use all of the sounds on provided by Sirenscape in our game to bring you the best in fantasy soundscapes. Oh, the music was perfect before. Well, then I will turn it back up. Again, it's hard for me to judge in my ears, so just yell at me if the music's too low or something. No. Okay. So next we have Chris. How is it going, my man?
It's going. Hanging out.
Sounds so
A little tired from this weekend as well.
Yeah.
Lots of fun, weddings, and all that kind of good shit. And today I will be picking up the reins of my slightly, on occasion, dexterity challenged dwarf who likes to shoot people in the back. Is it weird that it was a black guy too? Like, I'm just saying, like, last game was just bad. It was fun, but character-wise, he had a bad day.
Yeah, we will get into that in just a second. But luckily, he's not here for you to murder.
I know.
And then, of course, Ashley was dead on vacation. I think now she has been shipped back to her home and possibly has been cremated. So, we need a powerful. Yeah, no, they can't get her resurrected because they have no power to run the Frankenstein machine. So she will hopefully be returning to us as soon as we can afford that resurrection. And last place, but not last in our hearts, we have... Oh my god, Ben bringing the fucking thunder. He says I bring bad gameplay. We have Josh. How's it going, my friend?
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? I am Josh here, rain or shine. Internet or no internet, I'm here. I'm playing Zach, the ruggedly handsome paladin. I think that's what I am, right? I'm a good guy. I'm a paladin. Good.
Just to remember sometimes.
Still fucking working that out a little bit here. Don't worry. I take notes every time we play, so I got everything down. So I'm ready to kick some ass.
Was that a doodle in the bottom corner?
No, that's just it's what's in my it comes with like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
I do doodle a lot in this around it, if you'll notice, but this is all my stuff here, right here. And so last time we found out that I actually do have more spells and stuff than I thought I did.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I do. I checked it out. I forgot to look up Shield of Faith.
You can do that right in Roll20.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now while we get started here.
All right, cool. And he is, if you missed it, he's playing Zach Nafine, the paladin. So as we pick things up, let me switch over my music a little bit, because this one is a little bit. We need one that's a little bit more somber. You guys had been fighting. You had actually just finished fighting your way through the abandoned prison under the collapsed witch tower. There were some ghosts, there were some torture devices, there were some devils that had been trapped there for a very long time, but all of that led you to an enormous treasury that, after defeating a ravenous ghoul and finding a way to get past the locking bar mechanism that kept all the treasure chests safe, you guys uncovered quite a fortune in coins and some items in there too. So treasure in hand, you found that a section of cave had been hand dug by some kind of by someone connecting to the treasury. As you explored the cave, you found the body of a dead wizard, as well as you found the tunnel, the small narrow tunnel that had been dug into the cave and thus into the prison by what appeared to be a tribe of kobolds. You're not sure if the kobolds themselves had all made it out of the cave and only some of them had stayed there, but you did encounter a small ambush by a few kobolds that were left in the cave. They put up a little bit of a fight, but you guys brutally tore your way through them, cornering the last and it seems most eloquent of the kobolds in their cavern where they seem to have bedded down, and through Balin's extremely forceful interrogation, which something he is very adept at, you manage to coax a bit of information out of the kobolds. The first bit of information... Well, actually, do you guys remember the information that you coaxed out of them?
No.
Good. That's good.
I do, but I think that we should remind Chris or Lycon. I think Lycon should be reminded.
My guy was traumatized after the events of the last thing, so he doesn't remember anything.
Yes, because in the, for those guys who were not here last week, Xantor almost went down in the fight. He almost went down for good, partially due to the fact that Lycon shot him in the back. Yeah. Which is what happens when you shoot through your friends and you roll a natural 1. You can shoot them. Yeah, it was a nasty fight all around against some devious kobolds. So you had interrogated them. What you had learned was that the kobolds had tunneled here from the hills off to the east. They didn't really specify how far away their camp is, only that tunnel leads in the direction of it. Apparently, the kobolds had come up from the south, from the mush fens to the south, a vast tract of swampland along the southern peninsula, and they had come up to the Sandpoint area along with someone a woman that they referred to as their leader, a woman who did not seem to be a kobold, possibly some sort of swamp witch or something, and they were it was the witch or the woman who was organizing the kobolds and the goblins in their attacks against Sandpoint, as you learned from Cesarak the kobold. And the very last bit of information was that yes, in fact, this kobold did know the name Ateparax, a name you had uncovered in Suto's journal which he left behind when you fought him, and you didn't really know what Ateparax was. The kobold seems to be indicating that Ateparax is the dragon that they all worship. And that was where we kind of hung it up for the evening there on that sort of revelation. So we will be diving right back into things. Let me get you guys over to the map. Not that. Nope, not that one. This one right here.
That's the one.
Yes, this one right here. So, as we bring it back, you guys are sort of all, I guess, kind of resonating with the words that this kobold has mentioned, and there's really, I mean, this kobold is shaking you. It's intimated to you in some way that in telling you this information, has betrayed the trust of its tribe and is probably no longer safe to return there. But it does not seem, really, you seem to have subdued it, and it doesn't seem to be capable of doing you much harm. So as we bring this back, I'm gonna lower this music. We're gonna put on some rubble music here, in this right here. What do you guys want to do?
Well, since I'm still, axe blade to his neck and leaning in just enough to almost squeeze off some of the air passageway. How desperately do you want to live?
The kobold is kind of looking at you. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, this is what I want to. Why is it not? I don't know why my thing isn't working. So the kobold is like kind of looking at you, eyes wide, and is like, "Yes, Cesarak would like to live."
I will make you one bargain. Only one. I will allow you to live. But from now on, since you have no tribe, no home, no family, you work, and I point back at Xantor, said, you work for him. You do what he says. You go where he goes. He is your master now. If ever you dare to disobey him, I will find you and I will pour your blood across the ground.
The kobold is looking extremely scared. Cesarak is kind of like looking at you again, just eyes wide in fear. It says, "No, cannot follow humans. We'll kill Cesarak."
I'll kill you now.
Let me get 1 second. Okay. So Cesarak is kind of like shrinking back into the corner. Says, "What you want Cesarak to do?"
That's up to him. You will serve him. Because it was all of you and your little goblin friends here.
By the way, you're pointing to someone who's like crying on the ground.
I don't care.
I'm just pointing that out.
These are your options. Either you work for him, You serve him for the rest of your days or until he releases you. Or I cut off your head before you can draw another breath.
The kobold will just slowly just.
Was he nodding?
Yeah, he was nodding his head.
All right. I was like, I wasn't. Your camera's way down here. I wasn't looking that way. I was looking at the cameras.
He goes into fucking cardiac arrest, like.
Yeah. And so I will pull the battle axe away from his throat.
Okay.
And I will turn and look back at Xantor and say, "Your servant. If he dares disobey you even once, you tell me, I put this blade through his neck. Do with him as you will." And I will basically walk back towards the entrance. This way.
Xantor, who's kind of sitting on the ground dejectedly from last session, will just kind of, as you pass, he says, I don't even want a kobold. And he'll just like kick some dirt.
Just kind of look at the axe blade. Are you sure you don't want him?
He's like, I don't know. Can we take him back to town with us? Can I put him on a leash?
That you can do.
He'll just kind of look.
As far as I'm concerned, he's yours. Do with him as you will. You want to take him back to town? Go ahead. You want to exact some sort of vengeance for the fact that you very nearly died a few moments ago? You go ahead and do it. I don't care. He's your servant, your pet, your manservant. I don't care what you do with him.
All right. So while you guys
can have him hold our shit.
So he will hurriedly like grab some rope and make like a full on harness, like like one of those baby leash harnesses for this kobold.
You see somebody leading a kid around the mall with the leash.
Basically, yeah.
Cross harness. That's nice.
Yeah, and he looks a little bit happy. But as he's doing that, what do you guys want to do?
Yes, we're done here.
I'd like to do my normal thing that I always do and just super search the room, I guess. I mean, can you describe to me the room again?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Sorry. No. Not this one. This small cave is basically just made up of there's just a bunch of piles of fur and straw and stuff laid out kind of like nests that are heaped near the walls of the cave. There's nests that looks like there's nests for quite a few kobolds here, but it doesn't look like it doesn't look like there's anything they kept anything valuable here. They probably weren't here for very long.
So you're saying those aren't piles of gold that I see?
No, those are piles of straw and stuff.
Okay.
Lycon would probably not be standing still if those were piles of them.
My pockets are already full. I filled up in the room before we left.
That's true.
Yeah, he got to keep all the gems because I got to keep the fucking Frank the Crow.
Which has turned back into a statue at this point, by the way.
You just tie your pants legs shut, break some holes in the bottom of your pockets, and just keep stuffing.
Frank's got to rest.
Be the shittiest rogue ever.
Yeah, you
would. Be worse than a full plate mill paladin.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that way. I don't know where you guys are.
All right. So, you guys, you have there's really nothing in this small cave What do you? I mean, you got the keys off of the dead wizard. What do you want to do?
I guess we got to go back. Oh, there was another pathway right up there that we went because this was one of the kobolds spotted us and ran this way. So it's just another way to go. So I guess we can go if there's nothing else to do. I mean, I assume there's nothing in these piles of crap.
The kobolds didn't store. You can search through one or two. They didn't store anything here. Again,
Okay.
It doesn't look like they brought, like, if they have a tribe, it's most likely they didn't bring anything with them just into like a work camp, basically. Balin, you've already been up that other path.
Yeah, just leads to the hole that's too small for me to really get it.
Oh yeah. I remember. Sorry. So we can send a kobold that way on a leash.
You could, in theory. You wouldn't really be able to follow him.
And he would just get down there, shoot through the rope, and be gone.
Okay, you're being very pessimistic. You promised.
Well, I mean, you're welcome to go up to that tunnel, like that pathway. You'll find there's basically the ground slopes into a small, narrow tunnel, easily big enough for a kobold, but someone larger than that would have trouble navigating it. Especially, you probably could squeeze through, but you have no idea how long it is. How where it heads, etc.
Hey, I got something. All right, so we need to head back out and hire some minions to come. Unless you guys want to try to haul this shit out.
We just say screw it. We're rich.
Trendon, if you're talking, your mic is off.
We're just gonna retire. Campaign over.
My microphone is off.
Well, it was a second ago.
Oh no, I was just kind of muttering, and my microphone is over here. So if I'm not speaking loud enough, when I lean back over here, it's much more in line with it. But I was off.
Oh, it is. Let's try.
All right. So you guys want to make your way back up topside?
Unless anybody wants to try getting that key for the robot guy. Kind of left that one kind of hanging.
Kind of, but I have no real interest in it. But I mean, if you want to try, we can do that.
I mean, I will admit to a slight curiosity about the mechanical creature thing, but I'm gonna take it too short. Can I stand on your shoulders and see if we can get it?
I doubt it'll move, but yeah, you can stand on my shoulders.
What's that to the north? Is that just a weird wall in the map, or is that a door?
It's
Where?
the northwest corner of this room.
Yeah.
I don't know which.
Door.
I don't know which room we're talking about here.
No, I'm sorry. We're,
Right above me. Yeah.
yeah, there.
Oh yeah, no, it's just an unfinished wall.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to spend a few seconds on it if you guys have any ideas. If not, we can.
I mean, this is the second time you've asked about the key.
Yeah, the floaty key thing that we.
No,
can't-
I mean this is the second time you've asked what it does, and we're like, we already established what it does.
I think it just turns it off and on, right? The thing, the golem or whatever, the construct.
We've
know.
established that it fits a hole in his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome. The key's just floating there. You're welcome to go to try and get it.
That's what he's saying.
Hey Zach, can your crow guy retrieve?
My crow guy is in the ethereal plane, I would imagine, right now, resting. It's not that we can't grab it. I can already grab it. I tried grabbing it before, and it was just kind of stuck in the air. Like I tried.
I don't. I'm trying to remember what the hell happened. I'll remember.
Yeah, I tried tugging at it, and it didn't really move. The thing didn't attack me, but it didn't move out of the air. We can try forcefully doing something, but I don't really know what else we can do with it.
I don't have any ideas either, so we don't have to worry about it then.
We're
I mean-
add it to the list of loot we're going to send our minions down here to get. We just make sure that someone is schooled in the ways of automatons and tell them, get that and bring it back to the place that we keep our stuff.
Our
We don't really have, but I mean, we could have them take it to the Rusty Dragon, but
there's cells at the garrison we could use.
probably. until the sheriff gets back. Excuse me, until the dipshit gets back.
I don't know. We'll just pay everybody off and
Yeah. So topside.
upside.
Topside. Does that go for you as well, Mr. Napain? I know that's not your last name.
So you guys make your way back through the abandoned prison. It's fairly easy traversing once you've already made your way through and out towards or out the trapdoor in the entrance area into the rubble of the collapsed tower. It's been probably at this point it's probably been about 6 to 8 hours that you've been down there, between the time that you were working, the time that you were resting, and the time you were exploring. So there is still a little bit of a crowd around the rubble, but it is mostly just it's mostly been contained and or dispersed because it's really just nothing to see. But there are a couple people there. There's still one guard who is just kind of like standing up near the rubble. They don't really have that many to spare. And there's another one that's kind of trying to keep the people like at a distance so they don't actually go over to the rubble. When you finally sort of start climbing your way out onto the hill of debris that once was the stone tower, and step into the fresh air once again, it is pretty late. It's it's probably about late in the afternoon at this point.
Light. We see the light.
Oh, the sun. So pleasant.
Okay. What the hell were we doing? We were coming to investigate the tower. That's how we found this whole mess.
The tower that had collapsed, yeah.
Yeah, we were going to come and investigate the tower, but then it fell down. And so we
That's true.
Anyway.
So we investigated the basement.
Yeah, when we were first walking up, we also saw like a house, right? Like somebody's house.
Yeah, the manor. The manor which you know belongs to the wizard Hunclay. It is
Who we found dead.
It is. You don't necessarily know it was him, but you have a strong suspicion.
Oh, okay. That might warrant a follow-up.
I was just going to go and ask the guard what that wizard looks like who owns the den.
Okay, you wanna go pose the question to the town guard?
To this one guard that's standing out here going, "Wow, if I had a girlfriend, she'd kill me." Kind of thing.
The guard. So as you kind of make your way up to him, you ask about Hunclay. He thinks for a second. He says, I think I saw him once when he came into town to buy some supplies. It was a long time ago though. Older man, thin, wiry, really he wore a big hood on his face, but no mistaking the fluffy grey beard. Not really groomed like Broder Quinks was. I think he might have been balding.
Unbelievably vague, but does that sound like
Yeah, I mean it's he does the body that you saw was definitely heavily balding. The guy was very old, tattered red robes, long kind of bushy gray beard, and blue eyes.
Do you recall the color of his eyes?
I didn't look.
Not you.
He says, yeah, I think they were piercing, like a gray or a blue, something like that. Okay, it was a long time ago.
Understandable. All right. It is very likely that this wizard is now dead, crushed under the rubble down there. We saw a body that matches that description. Possibly him. We also found a tunnel that some kobolds had dug up into the Undercroft prison down there. So that hole is still open. Keep your ears and your wits about you. They said that they came up from the, well, that one is the last of the ones that was down there. The says that they came up from the marsh fence to the south, so be careful. Keep your ears and eyes open. We don't know if more of them are going to come up.
He says,
have any-
"Do you want us to seal the door?"
They're very good diggers, but yes, that would probably be wise.
Right.
And set some, sound traps or something that's just going to make noise if somebody comes through there, so it'll give you a little bit more warning.
Also, Trent, I sent a tune chat. Someone chat's telling me that you're real quiet.
I'm real quiet. What the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
I will turn this up to there, and hopefully that will help.
We will. I hope it helps. Let me know how the sound is doing in chat, music, etc. Okay. He says, right. Door. Is it wood or is it metal?
And at that point, I'll look over to Lycon, who was the one that went through the door. So.
Well, you all went through the door.
But he's the one who was checking it for traps and opening it and stuff. So.
We checked a couple doors. I don't remember.
If you recall, the first trap door was wood. The one in the floor that you went through into the prison was metal.
So
Okay.
I will relate that.
What he said.
Okay. He says, well, if you want to seal that, you could ask the smith. He might be able to help you with that.
We just need it secured. Doesn't need to be sealed just yet. We may have to go back down.
I'll see if I can grab another man or two. We'll put some of these heavy beams over it or something.
Sure that some of the people still standing around here could probably lend an arm or two as well.
We'll see if we can't convince them. Did you want
If you
to?
help with that, let me know. What are you saying?
He says, no. Did you have any other business you wanted to take care of out here?
We're going to take this little shit back to the town, and we got some.
He kind of looks and says, right. You I guess he probably didn't notice the kobold until what's it called, Xantor's dragging it out of the rubble, out of the doorway, mostly because this thing's probably protesting a lot, and he says, now I'm not one to tell you what to do, but the mayor, I'd talk to her about dragging one of those around town if I were you.
We'll add that to our list of business when we take this little shit back to town, like I just said. Okay. Let's see. I don't think we have any other pressing business here right now. We will probably at some point check out the mansion since the wizard is now dead. But yes, keep your ears and eyes open over the course of the night. We'll see about getting that at least temporarily locked down so nothing else is going to come up through it immediately, and then later we'll worry about sealing it permanently.
He says, right, well, if the wizard's dead, you definitely want to talk to the mayor. Probably it's probably a property thing. There's no one to claim the property.
All right. You see any strange women?
These guys are not very much help.
No, they're not. See any strange women walking in or around, trying to get into this thing? Do not let them in. Tell them to come to the garrison and talk to us.
Strange women. Got it.
Or anyone. Doesn't matter.
True.
Anyone. Got it.
Anyone, unless they have a note from us saying that we sent them here for some reason.
Anyone without a note. Got it.
Thank you very much. Good evening. And start making our way back to town, giving the kobold a little glance of keep the fuck up. Yeah, sort of.
We're making our way downtown.
Back to the town. But at the same time as I give him this sort of threatening glance, I'm also going to move into a position where I'm effectively protecting him from anybody else. From anybody in the town who might attack him.
Okay. So you guys make your way back into Sandpoint. Let's change this over to this one. Yeah, there we go. You make your way into Sandpoint, and again, it's a little bit refreshing to have the sort of the sounds and life of the town around you, rather than the kind of dark and depressing atmosphere of that abandoned prison. You get quite a few confused and worried glances as you're dragging this harnessed kobold through the town, but a lot of people, even though they do back away a little bit, they give you a wide berth because, I mean, you guys do have sort of an established name in town, and for the most part, they're kind of wary, but they do sort of trust your judgment a little bit. Mostly because of all you've done. But where would you like to make your way to when you're in town? You want to go straight to the garrison, or you want to go and visit the mayor, or something else?
How long has it been? It's just been a day since the sheriff left, right?
The sheriff, it's been about a day and a half, yeah.
So probably not much. I mean, where are we? Oh, we're up there.
You could be wherever you want. You're just making your way into town.
I mean, where are we coming into the town from?
From the north gate.
Okay, then we can swing by the garrison on the way back down. Actually, swing by the temple to see if Amico.
Okay. So, are you all making your way in, or are you leaving Xantor outside with his kobold?
He can bring it with him. It's his pet. Like I said, I'm.
For the sake of this, I will say that he is probably outside, like trying to get it to do tricks or something like that, like in the town square. As you guys make your way into the temple, as you do, you're instantly sort of greeted by Father Xantis, who he kind of walks around the corner and says, "Oh, hello. How are you doing? I heard there was quite a commotion outside the city."
That there was.
Yes,
A large tower came crashing down.
Yes, just I heard no one was injured. I hope.
Definitely injured, severely, lethally, actually.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't know if your piety lends you the power to bring someone back from the dead after having several tons of rock dropped on top of them, then it's possible. And the wizard is quite crushed.
Such things are, in theory, possible, but well beyond my small gift. I'm afraid I cannot reverse the effects of death.
We each have our time. How
says,
is Amico?
Oh yes. She's doing very well. She was just about to return to her tavern, though she did request to see you before. She did.
Well, we're here. We might as well take care of that now.
He'll nod. He says, right this way, and he kind of leads you down the hall to some of the infirmary wing, and into he'll just sort of open the door to one of the rooms and stand outside, just kind of ushering you, or like gesturing for you to go in.
Do so.
All right. Inside, you see there's a couple beds here, like small kind of plain cots. All of them are empty except for one, and you see Amico is there. She's sort of like sitting on the edge of the bed, and she just seems to be in the process of like pulling on her boots, fastening one of her belts and stuff, trying to get back into her some of her normal clothing. She looks up, she's kind of beaming with a bright smile, and she says, "Oh, there you are. I've been waiting to see all you."
Here we are. What can we do for you?
She says, I wanted to thank you for what you did for me. It was very brave, and I'm sorry for what I got myself involved in. I've had a lot of time to dwell on it.
Family has a way of disarming us in the worst possible ways. It's understandable. It happens sometimes.
She says, I'm very grateful for you risking your lives to pull me out of there. I've had some time to. I've heard stories of what my brother did, what happened to everyone that he was involved with. It's horrifying, really.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe you had the circumstances under which you met the first time were probably not the most cordial, but Amico, this is Zaknafin. Zaknafin, this is Amico. He's the one who pulled you out of the room and brought you to us.
She kind of smiles and bows her head a little bit, kind of offering a hand to you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. If she's not mad at me, then I'll shake her hand. We're good.
No tongue this time.
She says,
no belt.
She says, a lot of things have been weighing on my mind recently. I've had to come to terms with the deaths of my family and what's happened. I certainly am not ready to inherit my father's business.
Well, I'm certain that you could probably name call those things proxy for now, someone to the young lady who works the front desk. If she seems fairly knowledgeable about what goes on in the thing.
I don't know her, but I'll look into it. The Mercantile League has had some things to say, and I've spent the last few years fighting off the Scarnetti family and some others who are trying to buy up the business from under my father. But honestly, getting rid of it at this point seems like the biggest weight off my shoulders.
The Scarnetti family. That's the family, that gorgeous son of a bitch that was in your tavern for a while.
Sandro?
That one. Is that right?
What about him?
Well, I mean, that is his family, yes?
No, Sandro's a Vishki.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said that he was part of the... No, never mind. I'm completely misremembering. Forget everything I said. I'm often distracted by how incredibly attractive he is. All right, so that would be my recommendation. Turn to the young lady who ran the front of the house. Get her advice. She was more intimately familiar with the company than you are and can probably offer you some advice. But do not sell it until such time as you are acutely familiar with exactly what the workings of how to run the company. Once you know what it's worth, then you can sell it if you wish.
She smiles. She says, "I appreciate the advice. I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to take some time for now and get back to the tavern. See if I can find some sort of normalcy in my life these days, and then we'll worry about what happens next. But I owe all of you a great deal, so if there's anything I can do for you, please just name it."
Well, we have some other errands to run, but probably shortly after sundown, we'll come back by the Dragon and have a few drinks with you.
Oh, I'll make sure I have a table ready for you.
Thank you very much. That will be wonderful.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I walk away.
All right, yeah.
No, it's going to be my next words.
You guys kind of, unless you have anything else to say, she just kind of smiles warmly as you exit the the infirmary wing, and right before you kind of make your way out, Father Xantis kind of leans in and says, as you're passing by, he says, "You know, she's very appreciative. She's lost a lot in the last few days. Without any family left, I fear that she would have fallen into despair if she didn't have all of you to lean on."
Some of us, that's what we're here for. We make excellent support structure things. Some of us are slightly dampened pasta, but he's...
So some of us are better at breaking support structures.
That's true. Right? You're learning, so it's good. It's very good. Any other news, Father, from around the town?
No, there's was quite a commotion about the tower, and other than that, everyone seems to have been preoccupied with that for most of the day.
Have you had the chance to go over to the glassworks?
I haven't visited the scene personally, but I've seen to the repose of all of the bodies that came from there.
That was my question. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, if you need anything, please come see me. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
If you know of alchemists and herbalists in town who are especially good at making potions that restore one's health, I suspect that my compatriots may be wishing to purchase quite a supply in the coming days.
He says, we sometimes have some on hand, which we may be able to get you a small discount on if you would like to buy a larger stock. The Feathered Serpent down in the south often has all kinds of magical oddities and trinkets, things that travelers and adventurers wish to purchase.
One final request just occurred to me. If you have a moment, or rather, if you have an acolyte who is not pressed with tasks, Xantor is by the north gate with a friend. I use that term very loosely. He is guarding a kobold that we have secured up there, but he has been injured himself. And if you have an acolyte who is capable of granting some divine healing, to send someone up there to alleviate some of his wounds, it would be appreciated.
I'll make the trip myself, and I'll see if I can take care of him.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Anything from you guys?
Nope.
I mean, not really. I just I want to make sure that we're all packed up before we go venture anywhere. So I want to make sure I grab some, if there's anywhere in town that sells potions or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what he was just saying.
Yeah, that's what well, yeah, I know. So are we done with this?
So we will at some point go to the Feathered Serpent.
Okay, perfect.
Keep the garrison and make sure that Pluto is still there, or someone's head is going to roll. That will be my next step. Go to the tavern now if you wish.
All right. So what's the plan, guys?
I am going to the garrison. I am very thinking.
Okay. You
We're all going to the garrison.
what's up?
We're all going to the garrison. It's a big garrison party.
All right. So as you make your way over to the Sandpoint garrison, a couple of the guards here are in the process of changing patrol shifts. The ones that are that patrol at night are kind of just getting their gear on and getting ready to go out. But otherwise, it's pretty abandoned. There's not a ton of activity here. Most of the people are out protecting both the glassworks crime scene and now the tower. So once you get inside, what would you like to do?
Well, whoever's on desk duty.
Mm-hmm.
I presume the prisoner is still locked up.
Says, "Oh yeah. Still hanging by his wrist, same as you left him.
Anyone
Spent
tried to see him?
No one's visited him. He spent a while banging his head against the bar. But other than that, it's a whole lot of nothing."
All right, well, go down and see if he has anything new to say.
We had one of the guards when you brought him in ask if there were any other bodies, anyone else to pick up, but he wouldn't talk. Everyone's been a little too creeped out by him to go see him.
Understandable. All right, so I will head to the cell.
All right. You make your way down into the basement. Let me just turn the Buster music down. You make your way into the basement of the garrison, where all the cells are, and there's one other person who's like asleep in one of the cells. It looks probably like a drunk or something like that. There's 6 cells total, and he is in the far corner, and he's still just chained up there by his arms, just kind of dangling in the center of the room. You see there's like what looks like dried blood kind of running down the side of his face, and he's just hanging there.
This drunk tank denizen, was he there when we dropped?
No.
He's new. All right. And the drunkard is unconscious as well?
Probably, yeah, he looks to be.
As near as we can tell. All right. So I will switch from my axe to my hammer and go to the bars.
He's hanging there, and he just kind of like, what is it now?
Just wanted to let you know that your little friends in the tower, they're all dead now.
And why should I care about that?
I didn't say you might be interested to know, or did I? No, I said I wanted to tell you. That's, don't care whether you're interested or not. I just wanted to let you know. Your mistress, well, she won't be visiting down there for a while, I suspect. How are your accommodations? Are you doing all right? You need anything?
He says, in the tower, what happened to it?
I believe it was something called gravity. It just came crashing down and into a big pile of rubble. Yes, I'm sure many people felt that way.
He kind of like cracks his neck, and then he says, which means the next part of the plan will be happening very soon.
Probably, yeah. But that's okay. We'll deal with that one as well.
Are you sure?
Fairly sure, yes. And I'll start flipping through his notebook. Oh, your sister is fine, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were going to start flipping him off. I was like, that'll do it.
This is the last, especially given that really stupid flipping off. It's like, where it looks just silly when someone does it like that. Flipping through his notes.
He says, you don't know what it is, do you?
Your sister? I know perfectly well who your sister is.
Enlighten me then. What is the next step?
Oh, what is the next step? I thought you were asking who your sister was. That's hence my confusion. Let me think here. No, actually, I don't know what the next step is. But again, like I said, I don't really care. I'll deal with it when it comes up. Probably involves this Tepper asshole that you're talking about here, though.
He says, then what do we have to talk about?
I don't know. You're the one that brought this particular line of topic up. I asked you how your accommodations were and if you needed anything. You seem to feel the need to talk about stupid shit in this book of yours.
He makes a good point.
But I mean, if you want to talk about whatever your next steps are, I will happily listen.
My part is done. I'm now good. I now just watch.
The view is not good from in here. But I suppose if you wish to watch from me, that's fine. You could also find probably better accommodations in one of the circles of hell if you'd rather go there. That's fine by me too. But if you have nothing further to talk about, I guess we can go. I just wanted to check and see how you are.
He does not answer.
Very good then. And I will turn and walk out. You guys are welcome to talk to him if you want to.
I stayed up top. I never went down.
Oh, okay.
I didn't figure you needed backup.
The fucking interrogation master over here.
No, hardly. Well,
That's right, I meant intimidation master.
oh. He's still an asshole. All right, we can go.
Wait, so what? Do we know exactly what his part was? Do we want to ask him about what was your part? Because he said my part is done, or
You're welcome to.
but you're better at this than me.
You're never going to learn if you don't try.
Now I'm chewing. Hold up.
I see that.
Okay, so am I down there with you right now?
You are.
Down there?
How are you?
All right. So I guess before we go, I'm just gonna ask him. You said that your part is over, or what did he say? Like my part is done.
Part is done. Now I sit and watch.
You said your part is done. What exactly was your role in this?
He just kind of shakes his head. He says, "You have my journal. Why would I speak more?"
Oh, so I guess we do know if we would have read his journal.
You weren't there for that.
That was fucking Balin's job.
You kind of were there for that. But
I was. I think that was the first episode though that I was in.
that's where we got it. Well, your first episode.
All right. Well, I guess that's information that we should already know. So I guess we can stop interrogating this guy.
It's so much fun. Part of me really wants to kill him, but the rest of me is trying to be a better person. I kind of backslid a bit with the cobalt, but it was so much fun. Just... Come on. No other questions for me? Okay.
I have nothing else. I don't know.
All right. Very well.
All right. So
Right
you
in
guys,
hand.
you guys make your way out of the garrison basement. You're not entirely sure, but you think you may hear sort of the faint echoing sound of laughter following you as you leave. But you make your way up into the
Fuck that guy.
garrison.
Who is the drunkard in that tank down there?
You're asking one of the guards?
Oh yeah.
He says, some rowdy dock worker we picked up at the feed bag last night.
Huh. You searched him before you put him in there?
Yeah? Didn't have nothing on him but an empty bottle and some old sackcloth dock clothes. Same as every other worker down there.
We should go talk to this guy. We should go check him out.
Dock worker?
Yeah.
Can if you want.
Okay, well, what's your plan right now? Where are we going from here if we don't talk to the dock worker?
If we don't talk to the dock worker, I was either going to say that we should sort of want to swing back by the glassworks because there is that tunnel that leads off into the darkness that we never went down it at all. But at the same time, I just want to go back to the tavern. But I don't want to leave Santor off by himself.
All right, let's follow your plan then.
But my
We
plan.
also need to make a stop at the Funky Feather.
Yeah.
The funky junky monkey.
It's the feathered smurfet.
You also have about a dozen things to talk about with the mayor.
Yeah.
Have I met the mayor?
Yeah, she was outside the tower when you got there.
Oh yeah, we talked to her when we got out. Okay.
She's not going
I
anywhere.
mean, when I, yeah.
She might be, depending on what the next step is.
That's true.
So what do
We
you guys
could
doing?
talk to her an hour later. I don't actually know where she is. Where is she?
The mayor? Most likely at the town hall,
Yeah, where is that?
right across the street from the garrison.
Oh, well then I guess we should stop there
I'm
first.
Tavern. Yeah, we can get to that. I mean, she's probably still there, even though it's late.
Hmm.
We can do that.
So what's the plan?
I thought we all just settled on talking to the mayor, didn't we?
Okay, no, just checking. So yeah, you guys make your way out of the garrison and across the street to where are
Number
we?
11, which
Let me find it. Hold on.
capital building in England is number 10, so this is one better.
Or one worse.
Or one word. That's true.
Why can't I find it?
I don't know.
Or double better because you know you're
I find my
number
token.
one and you're number
My
one.
token not exist
Number
right
one.
now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you're on this map. So.
Nah, we just left you in the hole.
That's okay. I'm here in spirit.
You're still working on that mechanical guy.
You're hanging from the key now. Both feet pushed against the chest.
There we are, town hall. Okay. So the town hall again. It's sort of the doors are open to this large building. It's a fairly large 2-story building. And when you actually go in, the majority of the ground floor is given over to a sort of a large meeting hall with seats that kind of... It looks like there's probably enough seat here to fit most of the adults in Sandpoint. There's kind of a podium at the far end. It's your basic town hall setup. But when you come in, you meet this man who's just sort of sitting at a desk, kind of pushes some glasses up. Oh, let me turn the definitely turn the intrigue music off because we don't need that. We are now some Versian music. Yeah. So there's a clerk that greets you, and he kind of pushes his glasses up, putting his pen down on his paper. He says, hello, how can I help you? Do you have business here?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you here to see?
The mayor.
Mayor Devon, right. Do you have an appointment?
I suppose we may not be written down anywhere, but given the business that we've been on for the city, then yes, I suppose we have a standing appointment to see her anytime we need to.
Right. Well, if you don't mind, and he kind of turns his ledger to you and pushes. He says, "If you don't mind, just signing your name, and then I can take it up and check with her, and we can make sure that everything's all sorted out, and she's not, busy. And we can get you in to see her."
Okay, and we'll grab the quill and draw a B, and then all the way across the page, Balin Koth. And the remainder of the people who are, the saviors of Sandpoint.
Yeah, he just kind of slowly takes the ledger from you. He says, "Right. Just wait here for a moment." And then he turns and makes his way through the doors behind him. They kind of close behind him, and he vanishes probably for a couple minutes.
While he's away,
Yes.
turn that ledger back around and read several of the names.
No, he took it with him.
What a dick. I mean, okay, sure, fine.
Yeah, that's why he asked you to sign it so you can take it with him. So he's gonna be gone for a couple minutes. Do you want to do anything while he's gone?
Kind of. That's juvenile and
Take a big shit on the desk.
no, I was gonna grab his inkwell and pour it out. But no, Balin's not that kind of.
I like the other idea. Zach doesn't like the idea. I do.
If there's anything on there to just glance through real quick.
There's a lot of he has like an in and out box kind of thing. So there's a lot of papers. Most of them seem to be like ledgers, notes, just things in kind of like official documents that you really can't quite make sense of, like the numbers and the layouts of them, having not really had much dealings with official paperwork. There's a couple things that are like, there's a lot of things, mercantile league stuff, you can tell by the stamp and the seal at the top of the page. There are a couple sort of drafted letters, something that look like meeting minutes.
Anything that mentions the glassworks or the tower.
Roll me a perception check.
Or the wizards mention. Perception. That's persuasion. Wow. Nope. I don't even know what the language is written in.
You don't find anything mentioning the glassworks, no. Or the tower.
I think. What did you actually roll? You rolled a natural 1, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did. Because I got a +4.
So, if you guys are hanging out with us, this is the first time we mentioned it, we have some drinking rules. They're posted right up in the corner, which means when one of the players rolls a natural 1, he has sabotaged the rest of the party, and they all have to drink. And as the rules say, we encourage you to drink when we do, so as they enjoy that fine beverage courtesy of Chris, who finds nothing. The kind of small clerk man will come back. He says, Mayor Devrin says she has a few minutes and she'd be happy to see you.
Thank you very much.
Good for her.
Right this way, please.
Follow along.
He'll lead.
We're walking.
Yeah, he leads you up the stairs to the second floor, which is probably where all the offices are. And he'll lead you to the far end, where probably one of the larger offices in here. The door is just open, and you can see the mayor is, just working at a desk, writing out some stuff. But as soon as she hears footsteps up the stairs, she just kind of lays her pen down and kind of leans back in her seat and kind of smiles a little bit, watching you kind of enter.
I presume there are chairs in front of her desk.
There are 2.
Good. Take the one on the left side.
I'll stand.
And I'll just...
She says, hello, you're back from exploring the tower. I get. Has it been made safe? Is it? Are the militia free to clear it, to seal it up?
the a great many questions in there. Um, let's start with, has it been made safe? Possibly. There is evidence of many kobolds who have dug their way up from various locations through a hole in the bottom of the building, which we had not yet sealed, in the very bottom of the cavern beneath. There is a possibility that maybe something else might come up through there. So it will need to be sealed at some point. The wizard who what's his name? Doesn't matter. That wizard who owns the house next to the manse, he's dead. So there will probably be something to do with the property. I think I'll point back at Lycon. I think he was saying that perhaps we deserve it on that in exchange for all the services that we've done for Sandpoint, but we can discuss that at a later date. We did not have a chance to look at the mansion at all. We don't know if there's any connecting tunnels or not. There, the kobold that did survive, whom we have very securely on a leash outside the north gate, and who has sworn on pain of death to serve our druid. He says that she, whoever she is, and a Teperax are going to, do something. The fuckwit in the jail right now, Amiku's brother Tsuto, he says that his part in the deal is done and the next step is coming, but we don't know what it is. As we were leaving, he was doing a stupid laugh thing. But
it was a very stupid laugh.
It was very stupid. Let's see, I don't. What else was there that we needed to?
She says, "That's a lot of information to take in. I'll make sure to pass the word around that the ruins the rubble, the ruins should be sealed off. Obviously, we don't want anything getting out if there is anything in there. And when the sheriff comes back, maybe we can requisition a team to go in and do a sweep.
Proper thing, yeah.
You say
there is more. There are more things that if you will, that we were forced to leave down there, but we can deal with those later. Sorry, what were you saying?
You said that Hunkley, Balthus Hunkley, is dead?
He was the wizard who the
Yeah.
red robes.
Yes, he lives up on the hill.
Yeah, he's dead. He was down in the cavern where the kobolds were digging. He was crushed under a.
Oh, that's. Do you think he had something to do with the tower's collapse?
His presence there is suspect at the very least, but honestly, I don't know.
I mean, ever since he moved to Sandpoint, he'd been putting in requisitions to the town hall and the housing committee here to for permission to knock down the tower.
Well, it's down.
Well, yes, but if he's also dead, I don't really know why he would have done that. From what I gathered, his interest in having the tower removed was something to do with his own research. It got in the way, I think. I don't think he had a reason to be inside of it. But what's more concerning is we'll have to send a word. He has. I believe he has a next of kin registered with our citizens bureau. He some relative in Magnamar, I think. We'll have to send a word to her to see if she is willing and able to inherit his property. Yes, I don't know any. I don't know it in fact, but I do believe it's a woman. I can go check the records if you'd like.
How long will that take?
An hour or two.
We got all day.
Night. It's nighttime right now.
Night.
She says, if he's not alive, well, that means his property will pass on to his next of kin should they wish to inherit it. If there is no one to claim it, then it passes into escrow, and most likely the town will proceed to auction off everything that we come to own to recoup costs.
I do want to know who she is and the reason for this, and I will show her the pages from Pseudo's book. I'm worried she might be the she.
Do you have a name at all?
It only lists it as she. He only refers to her as she and my love, but that was Pseudo. I don't know if he was having some kind of relations with the wizard's sister or not, but the kobold that we have keeps referring to she and the master, so I don't like it.
She says, just how about this? Wait 1 second. And she kind of goes out, leaves her office, and calls down the stairs to her clerk. She says, James, please, if you wouldn't mind, could you go to the residence section of the registry vault and find the record, the housing record for Balthus Hunkley. It should be on the top shelf where all the other the farmland residents are. And he says,
and even if you would mind, do it anyway.
And then she comes back. She says, hopefully he'll be quick about it. Might take him a little while to search, but yes, we'll have to send a word either way, regardless of who you suspect. I mean, if you don't have a name, there's nothing I can conclude.
This one, the Teperax, who the kobold seemed to indicate was some dragon.
I don't know that name. We had word of a dragon that lived out in the Devil's Platter years ago, but I think that one was called Black Fang. It was a young black dragon that was slain by some adventurers. I don't know of any Teperax.
Side note, or side question, I guess. The area under the glassworks where we found that smuggling tunnel that was dug off that we didn't go down.
Are you asking me or you're asking her?
It's no accent, so I'm asking.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
So, do we know, or do we remember which direction that tunnel? I seem to recall that we asked, but I don't remember which direction that tunnel.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you that. Because I have an image of this.
I think it went southeast.
Give me 1 second. I have this somewhere. I just gotta find. There we are. Okay. All right. So the tunnels on the glassworks went this way. Here, let me do this in green. Now we'll do this in blue. So this was where the stairs led down, and then that means that was the basement, right?
Uh-huh.
The tunnel went in this direction.
Oh. Off towards the north gate.
Yeah. Well, you don't know exactly. I mean, it may not continue straight. You didn't follow it for all that long.
Well, we didn't follow it at all. That's one of the reasons.
I mean, yeah, you poked your head in, but you didn't actually follow it. So.
Yeah. Which heads right back towards where the tower was, right?
What's up?
tunnel? Does it head back, as near as we can tell, in the general direction of the tower?
Yeah, but the tower is technically in that direction, but pretty far. Like
Okay.
you'd have to go far out of town. The tunnel would have to be probably about 2 miles long for that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, given how far the tower is from the mush fens, if they dug all the way up from there.
Yeah, no, they didn't indicate that they tunneled all the way up from the swamps. This if you look, the mush fens are like more south than Magnamar. They're at the far south end of the peninsula, a huge area of swamp. They said that their camp was off in the hills nearby.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw you doing your. I was like, yes. Do you have a question, Mr. Rogue? No, you weren't doing that.
No, I'm thinking, but I do not have a question at this moment.
All right. So we'll say while you guys are kind of pondering, eventually the clerk will come up with the file, and he hands it to Mayor Devon. She says, "Right. So Balthus Hunclay's only listed relative is a cousin who lives in Magnamar named Jameen. Yes."
Write it down in the notebook.
What?
Write it down.
She says, "I'll have to send. I'll have a messenger send a raven out to bring word to her tonight, and hopefully we can get a message back as early as tomorrow evening." Since we're discussing the topic, would you possibly be interested in taking on another official job for our little town?
Which one would that be?
Well, I'm going to have to send a message to the new owner of the manor, but regardless of whether she comes to claim it or not, we will need we will need people inside to catalog the belongings and things, so we can create a tax deed for her. But we have it on fairly good authority, though no one has ever really been in there to my knowledge, that Balthus Hunclay was quite fond of his being left alone, and to that end, we heard many rumors and stories that he had created various magical traps and wards to keep people out of his house and away from his things. I would like, if possible, you and your friends to enter the house and deactivate any of these magical traps and wards, and also potentially catalog all of the contents of his rooms, so that if we do need to put everything up for auction, we will know what we're looking for.
Just that eyebrow quirk of, ooh. Perfect.
I have a feeling it will be empty by the time
she says, I would expect, if you were to do this, that all of his belongings would remain intact. We, of course, will provide a service fee to make sure that is the case. And also, I assume your word is worth enough.
Look at my compatriots. Yes, you.
So she's just kind of looking at you expectantly.
Yeah, I'm looking at them expectantly. I imagine that Kismet is probably like, oh, whatever you guys want to do.
She says, she's like, I want to go through his clothes.
I thought Kismet was just sauntering around the town.
They are robes, not dresses. Are we clear on that?
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
So she's like, well, is this something you think you can do? If not, I'll have to hire someone else to do it. I'd
I
rather.
think Dantor would say. He was supposed to deliver that set of books to this man. Now he's dead. So
Very unfortunate.
Very, very much.
right, but would Xantor agree to this job?
I think he would be really antsy at this point and say yes.
I think he'd be okay with it.
He'd probably turn into bear form and already be walking.
Probably. That's very true. Yes, we'll do it. And I can't hear any.
Woo!
My bad, I was muted. I will drink because of it. She says, very good, very good. Take whatever time you need to prepare. I will have to send a raven to this woman. And you're welcome to start before we get a response, but I'm one of, if we would like a catalog of things, if indeed we do have to put everything up for auction. So take your time and be careful. I don't know much about what's inside his house, but if ever there's a chance for danger, it'll be in there.
Can I tell Balin on the side that I think it's weird that she keeps bringing up that they need to know everything that's inside there. She's in it. She's in on it. She's fucking in on it. And then okay, we can get out of the corner now. We were talking off in the corner. It might have looked awkward.
She says, very well. I'll have my clerk draft up a contract for you by tomorrow.
And
Perfect.
you will be at the Rusty Dragon or possibly over at the garrison.
If so, I will send a messenger to deliver it for you to sign. Is there anything else we need to discuss?
Zach, anything from you?
Nope, I'm good.
No doubts there. All right. I think that's it. I will very groaningly push myself up out of my chair and make my way out of the thing, stopping just long enough to tell James, my apologies for my brusqueness before. It was simply a hurry. It was rude of me. I apologize.
Come on. Alright. So you guys are exiting the town hall. It is the middle of the night. You want to just crash at the Rusty Dragon at this point, or do you have any other business?
It's way too much other business, but yeah, I definitely want to go to sleep.
If
All
this
right.
Sneaky Feather is open, I would like to make a stop there. If not, I'll wait.
It is probably not open at this point.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. Okay, yeah, let's go to sleep.
All right.
Hey, if you don't want to sleep, you can go hang out with Xandor and keep him alive.
So once you guys retire to the Rusty Dragon, Amiko is already there, and she will hand you keys to your rooms, which have all been kind of, the beds have been made, the rooms have been cleaned, and everything's been kind of touched up, and she is looking like she's getting back into the swing of things, like taking care of this tavern just kind of puts her in a good place. So you guys can drink a little bit, and then eventually just collapse in your beds after a long day of exploring the ruins. Eventually, the morning in Sandpoint comes, and every, the town is alive. People are moving around. You can hear the sounds of the marketplace going on. It is a brand new day.
And we are all rested.
Oh yeah. So what is your plan?
Back to full hit points. Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Funky Feather. I got some shit I needed to look at.
All right. So you, the first thing you do is you head over to, I forget which number it is. I believe it's 4-3, but let me check. Yes. Okay. So you head over to number 44, all the way down. It takes a little asking around to find it, but eventually you get way to the south of Sandpoint, and you find a cramped and kind of cluttered shop. Its shelves sort of stacked to the ceiling with stuff that looks like it's gonna just fall off at any second. A strange mixture of incense, spice, and dust is like filling your nostrils as you walk in. And as you kind of walk in, you're like bumping into tables and try to edge through narrow corridors in the shelves and stuff all around. And all of a sudden you hear kind of some stuff clattering and some rustling, and a head pops itself out from behind one of the shelves. Just shock red, like orange hair with a big orange, like bushy beard that tapers down into a point. And on an older man, he sticks his head out. He says, "Hello, yes. How's it going?"
Excuse me?
Welcome to the Feathered Serpent. I'm Vorvashali Voon, the proprietor. What can I get for you?
I understand you sell magical potions and items of the sort.
He kind of strokes his beard with a sort of a bronze-colored hand. He says, yes. Potions, wands, all kind of magic execrables. Anything you could want.
Possibly, but do you also have the capabilities of examining items for possible magic properties?
No, I could do that, yes. Oh, not for free, of course, but I'm sure someone as savvy as you would know that. But not that right there by your hand, no, that's not for sale.
You talking to me?
Yes, you.
That's good. I wasn't looking to buy that. I'm going to take the box with the gems out and ask him if he can just examine them.
He before you even like hand them to him, he's already you look up and you realize he's already like on his way to the counter at the far end of the shop.
Okay, then I will follow him back that way.
He very quickly turns around and says, "Wait! No, don't step there!" Like says, "Don't put your foot down. You'll step on my very rare supply of invisible walking sticks."
All right, then. I will take a slight step back and, I guess, step over where he was pointing. Or
he looks really nervous.
Okay. Are they on the floor? Like,
you don't know. You look down. There's nothing under your
They're
feet.
invisible.
okay, then I'll scoot to one side or the other and start to walk again and see if he's still freaking out.
He's like, you see his expression like soften a little bit. He's like as you're stepping and as you put your foot down on the floor, you don't feel anything under it, and he's just like,
okay then. I'll keep going.
He says, "You have to be careful. No, I have some very rare and expensive items in this store."
Perhaps you shouldn't leave them on the floor.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, I don't tell you how to run your business, now do I?
Since I don't have one, no.
He makes a fair. I think he makes a fair point.
So he says, "Now, what is this you wish me to examine? Please put it on the table."
I'll take out the box of gems from the treasure chest and just set them down, turn it around, and open it up, and just we recently came across these and just wanted to verify that they were.
He like plucks one out as you're talking, plucks one out, and he kind of pulls out a magnifying glass and like stares very close at it. And and then he like puts the magnifying glass down, takes the gem, and like very very carefully puts it like sharp end down on the table, and like he spins it, and he's just watching it and watching it as it kind of spins like a top and then falls over. He says, "Nope, not magical.
None of them.
Nope."
Okay, then. I'll put it back in the box, close the box, and put the box back in my bag.
Was that it?
For the examination, yes. We are also...
15 gold.
15 gold? Do you want to wait till the end of the transaction, or just 15 gold? 15 gold? I don't actually know. I don't remember what we grabbed out of that box.
Yeah, we better have shitloads of gold after that.
You grabbed quite a few. I mean, there was significantly less gold than there was silver and copper pieces. But you can make 15 gold out of copper and silver if you'd like.
Wait until the end. Keep a running tab.
Yeah. We're also told you may be able to provide us with potions for rejuvenation and healing.
He says, yes, what kind would you like?
What kind do you have?
He says, well, what do I have? No, god damn it, that happens every time.
Yes, 17.3 feet. All right.
He says, wow, those are really loud seagulls.
I was gonna say I can actually hear that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know why that was so loud. So he says, I have, here. Yes. This is a potion of invulnerability. Only one in stock. Very expensive. Very rare. Comes in its own carrying case.
The fucking carrying case.
I guess you wouldn't want to break it. What else may you have as far
Yeah,
as...
do you have any potions of healing? Just some basic potions of.
Well, yes. Why didn't you say so?
No, that's what I'm just saying right now.
He just reaches behind and kind of pulls out like a shoebox-sized crate and puts it down under the table. And opens it, and you see it's just full of like little vials.
Do you accept gems as currency or only coins?
He says, "What color are the gems? I don't like the green ones."
They're not right.
The fuck. I don't really know. What color?
Just looking at.
Yeah, the ones you were just looking at, man.
He says, give me a second to check my notes. Seriously, give me a second to check my notes. No. Where the fuck did I put them? There we are. Okay. So that's, let me divide that by that. I have to do some math here.
Oh God, no!
Yeah, math. Divided by. He says, well, the gems that he showed me, I would say were probably, now I'm no jeweler, but I have dabbled in crystals before. I'd say they were worth about 25 gold each.
Oh, that's a decent amount. How many gems do we have, more or less?
30.
Oh, we're fucking killing it. All right. That's a lot of gold. How much is each healing potion?
I will tell you 1 second. Let me see if it says on here. I believe they are 50 gold.
50 each, or for all of them?
There we go. Now you're catching up.
50 each.
Oh boy. Well,
That's why when you said, "Oh, that's plenty," I was like,
we got. Well, I mean, okay. So we got 30 times 25. He said there
Also
were.
have that platinum.
So like we got these gems. So that means that we can get at least 15 healing potions. I don't know that we can carry them all, but we could afford that. We did just kind of loot all of these gems, so it's not like we're going into our savings. I say that we invest into maybe a couple healing potions per person, which I think we could easily afford before moving on. What do you guys think?
I think 2 per would be a decent.
Yeah, we need 10. 2 apiece. Oh,
Yeah, let's do it.
500 gold. 500. All right. No. Yes.
Wait,
So
no, I don't think we need any for Kismet.
Why? Because she's dead.
I think she's just still hanging out I think she's just feeding the pigeons in town. I don't even know that she's actually going to go into the next.
She's like that creepy old lady from Mary Poppins. Just feed the birds.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we're getting 10. That will take what, 20 of our gems. I'm doing drunk math right now.
You want to trade 20 of your gems for 10 healing potions?
No, we don't.
No, okay. He says no. I feel like we have I don't know. I feel like we all filled our. Didn't we all fill our pocket with gems and stuff, or did we not? Specify?
No, there was only one thing of gems. The rest was coins, and unless you specified.
I meant coins.
You could none of you specified that you were taking the time to pick the gold pieces out of all the treasure chests, which would have taken a ton of time. If you imagine picking individual coins out of like a chest-sized pile, it took quite a while to just get the gold pieces.
Like getting out all the green M&Ms.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm assuming you got, based on the proportion of gold, silver, and copper that there was, I'm assuming that you got that same proportion in coins that you filled your pockets with. Which I have not sat down to calculate.
Kind of lean over
Can we just say that all the coins I pulled out of my pockets are sufficient for this?
Wait. lean over to looking at the weather forecast. I'm not sure why I'm looking at that page. I'll lean over to Lycon. Like, I tend to haggle with my axe. You're probably better at this than I am. Do you want to see if you can talk him down a bit? He may not even know who we are. And you're barely. There you go. Now you're moving.
I'm not moving. What?
You weren't moving for a second. You were frozen. You're kind of still framing a little.
I was doing my mannequin pose.
Oh.
Okay, we can try that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he was moving. He just.
We'll. All right, I'll look back at him and I'll be like, for 10, we'll give you 25 gold apiece, or 10 healing potions.
He says, half price? What nonsense is that?
Well, it seems like a reasonable discount for the group that saved the city a handful of times in the last week or two we've been here.
He says, actually, roll me a persuasion check. He says, I'm doing some math in my head here. He says, 35 gold apiece. Only if you buy all 10.
All 10. And all 10, 30, and I will give you the 15 for the appraisal out of my own pocket.
Says, wait, what? You weren't going to pay for that?
No, I'm not gonna haggle you for that one.
He kind of looks very unimpressed with that statement. He says, 33. That's as low as I'll go. It's way too much of a discount already.
Oh, guys, I guess we'll just have to look around at another shop.
He says, oh, you know of another shop?
We've heard of a few in town.
Ah, please do tell me the names. I haven't heard of them.
Why would I tell you the names of your competition? Don't you know the names of your competition in town?
No, I don't think you understand. I'm the only one who imports rare magical artifacts in this town.
I've seen a lot of these rare magical artifacts as we've meandered through your store.
There were some that you didn't see because they're invisible.
And there were some that we couldn't see. So obviously they are quite rare indeed.
He says, surely you would like to have someone like me as a friend to provide you all of your traveling needs, no?
We have just met. I don't know if I want to be your friend.
He says, well then, and he kind of shuts the wooden case with the potions in it.
I'll glance back at them and see if they want to do anything. I'm honestly indifferent.
Dude, I just want some potions and I want to get out of here. That's kind of... I'm not going to say that in front of this guy. Oh, that's my bad. Oh.
Balin will just kind of...
I got nothing.
Look, man, 30 per and we're good. We agree. We'll buy them. We'll give you the cash right now if you do 30 per so we can get out of here.
He says, fine, 30, and he pays the 15 for his appraisal.
Deal.
All right, let's bounce.
All right. So you guys, do you want to pay in?
Yes, you guys decide.
Do you want to pay in gems or?
I'd rather pay in coins than gems, but I don't know how many coins we have, and I don't think anybody does.
Thank you so much for the host, Unmade. You're awesome, man. Thanks, Mike.
Second, trying to...
He's another person who plays Dungeons and Dragons, isn't he?
Yes, Mike / Unmade Gaming, a good friend of mine, and also this channel. I think they just had a 12-hour stream.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they did, and I think aren't they also trying to help back the Open Legend RPG Kickstarter?
Most likely, we're all sort of like an incestuous community of friends that help each other. So
Yeah. That looks like a fun system.
oh yeah, I bought my hardcover copy of the rules.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yep.
Yeah, we hung out with I hung out with Brian on here right before Critical Role, where he got a shout out from Matt on the show. Yeah.
That's right.
Killing it hardcore. So you guys pay for your potions with a combination of gold and gems, however you want to do it, as well as your appraisal, and you end up leaving there with, I believe you said 10, a stack of 10 potions of healing.
That we hope work.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
I think we got a good deal.
Assuming they work.
So
Sounds a little crazy.
So you make your way out into Sandpoint. What do you want to do?
I think we should go check on Centaur, honestly.
Yeah, we did kind of leave him at the front gates. I kind of figured
Yeah.
we'd take him back to the garrisons and lock the kobold up.
I mean, you can. Well, we can say you've done that. You did that like last night when you went there. If you want, you don't really have to.
Because I wasn't real comfortable with the idea of leaving him out there by himself.
Yeah, we'll say you locked the kobold up.
How many jail cells are there?
There are 6. There were 2 occupied last night. Now there are 3 occupied.
Okay, just make sure there's at least one cell between each of them. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, trip to the garrison to make sure everybody's still where we put them, and then the mansion.
Okay. I'll let. Do you have anything you actually want to do with the garrison? Or you just want to go in and check on your prisoners?
I just want to make sure the drunkard guide's still there and hasn't
Or that he's gone and everyone else.
When you get there in the morning, the drunkard has been evacuated. He is not there anymore. But your other 2 prisoners are still there.
I knew we should have talked to him.
And the only thing I would do, I'm sure we could probably find him. The only other thing I would do is to ask the desk sergeant if the drunkard made any attempts to speak to the other prisoners.
He'll say, I don't know. We weren't really down there watching them all night, so it's entirely possible they did during the night. I wouldn't know.
All right. Let's go fetch our wayward Drew. Wait, no, we have our.
Yeah, he's with you.
I was like, wait a minute, we just discussed that.
Yes.
So, to the manse.
All right. So you guys decide to you make your way out of the city, and let me just get to my notes on the mansion.
Along the way, we can refresh Kismet's memory as to how to use the wand.
Yeah, you can actually, if you'd like to, you can give that to Zachnafine, since he can use magic. I believe he can also use the wand. Zach, you have Arcana, right?
Okay, let me check.
As a skill?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, just checking. All right. So you make your way. We'll say early in the morning. The town clerk will kind of bring to you in the tavern. He brings you just a quick copy of the contract to sign. The contract is just a simple. It's a simple written agreement that says that you won't take anything out of the manor. And in exchange, you will be paid a sum of 3,000 gold pieces for the complete exploration, cataloging, and disarming of all traps and sundries in there for the town's records.
Hold it out to Lycon and give him kind of a "this means you" kind of look.
As far as you will see.
I feel slightly compelled to remind Josh that being lawful good, he has an obligation to make sure that his party members aren't openly committing theft.
It won't be
Do not do that. Is that good enough, or do I
No,
have to
I'm
make-
saying like it is actually an alignment thing.
I'm switching class.
All right.
Or
Well-
just switch deities.
Do you guys sign the contract?
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. He'll just take the draft, and it again just exercising the expectation, like explaining the expectation that you kind of exercise every possible cautions to leave the items inside intact and undamaged. There's no real time limit on it. When you actually get to the hinterland, and thank you so much, Beanie Girl, for joining us. Welcome to the madness. Thank you for following. Welcome, my friend. And that will prompt me to remind you guys that Beanie Girl is, of course, helping us on our road to 1K. I don't know if you caught the announcement. I think I announced it on the last Fuzzy Dice show I did. When we're right now we're on our home stretch to 1,000 followers, which is a pretty huge milestone for the channel. So once we get to 1,000 followers, I will personally be organizing a huge 24-hour stream, including some of the best names in tabletop streaming. All are going to be here running games. It's going to be viewers playing. It's going to be friends. It's going to be awesomeness. So
That doesn't include me, thank God.
You are neither a viewer nor a friend.
That's true. Hey.
All right, but thank you so much. And if you want to help us get there, of course, hit that follow button. It comes with awesome perks like getting all this great D&D content every week delivered right to you. So the Hunclay Estate, as you make your way there, it's a fairly new looking building. Heavy blocks of thick stone make up the outer walls. You don't really have any explanation of the floor plans or anything like that, but it looks fairly ornate from the outside. You are coming up to the front door, which I think you approached briefly last time. But let me grab your tokens before I drop you on a map.
No, we didn't. We were going to head here.
Oh, you're right. You didn't go up to the front door. Yeah, that's right.
But we went directly to the tower instead.
Yeah,
Because we thought it was right next door, but you said it was like 100 feet away.
It was like a football field, 2 football fields or so, something like that. All right, so here we are. Lycon, make him smaller. Xantor, make him smaller, and this guy, make him smaller. And let's just copy, paste. Alright. So you guys are right here.
Yes.
Outside the manor. And you see a large set of double doors in front of you. However, as you're approaching the front doors, let me this music doesn't really feel accurate for here, so let's pause this and let's go to some Sirenscape stuff.
And Xantor's fully healed now.
Yeah, I'll fix that in a second. DD, there we go. Okay. So as you make your way to the front door, you see what look like the grisly remains of a kobold. Its flesh charred almost completely, and its limbs kind of contorted in a last deathly kind of pose, as if it were burned to death. That's kind of lying on the doorstep in front of the large double doors of this manor.
All right.
So we named this one Jerky.
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 I like it. I guess. All right. So at this point, we've divvied up our potions, I hope.
Yeah.
All right. I will take the keys out that Zach pulled off the dead wood, and I will slowly approach one little bit at a time to see if I hear any traps or see anything and have to jump out of the way quickly.
All right. So you're checking the front door.
Yep. I was gonna see if the lock or the keyhole fits any of the keys I have in my possession.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me just turn this down a little bit.
We should try that wand first.
It only detects that there is magic. I'm sure there's magic.
So roll me an investigation check if you'd like to search for traps.
I do want to search for traps.
All right. The door, you don't see any obvious traps on the door. It's Well, you don't see any immediate traps. However, you notice there is a small extra kind of lever. It's like a small trigger. I don't know who that is. Josh. Let me make sure you have here, Josh. You should have sight now. So you find an extra small little trigger on the map. On the door handle, and it looks like it was something set to trigger when the door opens. However, based on its position, it looks like it's already been tripped, and it looks like it may be like manually reset. It may not automatically reset. So most likely, whatever killed this kobold has already been triggered.
All right. Do any of the keys we got off the wizard fit in the door?
Yes, one of the keys off of Hunkley's body does actually fit.
All right, then I'm going to very carefully, avoiding touching the door in any other manner other than inserting the key, and then I will turn the key and see what happens.
You hear a heavy bolt kind of just chunk back into the lock plate.
All right, then I will carefully grab the handle and see if I can open this door without lighting myself on fire.
All right, you push the door open.
Is it a single door or a double door, or just one big ass door? I can't tell.
It's a double door.
Okay.
All right, so
I will
push one side of it open,
and then I will just look inside and see if I see anything from without walking in.
All right.
Standing.
Let me just check something here. All right. So as you were headed in, you push the door open. That's really loud. As you push the door open, you are looking into the floor of a sort of well-appointed entry hall that seems to be adorned with expensive and fancy-looking foreign rugs, as well as these things over here being sort of like overstuffed leather sofas. You can make out in the dim light what appear to be about 24 paintings with gilded frames hanging on the wall, portraits and landscapes, pretty much. And in the north, right over here, at the far end is a sort of a large golden cage, where like a large bird cage, and you can actually make out a door off to the right, as well as, like, you peek your head and you can see immediately to the right is a spiraling staircase of iron.
Okay, right in front of me. Is that just decoration on that image, or are those red bars supposed to mean something?
Don't worry about it. It's
okay.
Yeah, just GM stuff.
Okay. I'll slowly back away the same way I came up to the door. Relay all this information and ask for suggestions on how anybody thinks we should proceed.
I'll step up and look in the. I don't. I'll take out my eating knife, which is not a proper like weapon dagger. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
belt knife kind of thing, and sort of crouch down and sort of not poke at the rug, but try to slide the blade under and sort of lift up the edge of the rug and look underneath it. Fully expecting it to be a pit of rancid oatmeal that swallows Marlon Wayans, excuse me.
Give me 1 second. I'm just writing a new tweet.
Okay.
All right, there we go. So you are picking up the rug and looking under it
With the blade of the.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check. I'm gonna put you right here because you have to be like there to pick up the road. Perception check, please.
Perception. Be great, I'm sure. 17.
Okay. As you kind of lift up the rug, you kind of notice not really under the rug, but you kind of notice what looks like a faint sort of just a faint line of dust. Did we lose Josh, or did his camera go black? No, his camera went black.
It did went black.
Okay, just checking. You probably put something over it. You notice a line of dust, like a difference between sort of right over here and right over here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what that is. You just know, there's sort of a slight difference in the dust on the floor. It's a fairly sharp divide.
So I kind of look back at Lycon and say, does it look like this is where someone travels? Where they walk?
I will peek over him and examine it as well.
As you're doing that, Balin, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
As I'm stepping back, so I need to stay in the same spot.
As you're kind of turning to talk to him.
Okay. Dexterity, huh?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Do I have a dramatic thing? I want to see if I have a dramatic thing.
Okay.
Oh, I don't.
All right.
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw.
11.
Ooh. As you're kind of turning to talk, you hear a loud chunk, and all of a sudden you feel the floor just kind of sag underneath you, and you go to push yourself backwards as you turn around, but it's not in time, as the floor just drops out from under you, and you find yourself falling.
Do I get since I was right behind him?
I'll let you roll a dexterity save to catch him if you'd like.
So I'm still there.
You're still there. Yeah.
It's never a sound you want to hear. Ooh. Oh. Have to do a roll.
Nope. Lycon, you're
that's what you rolled.
You're leaning over his shoulder, and you just reach down to grab, but he's moving, like he drops out too fast. So as the floor drops from under you, you're gonna plummet down this pit, and as you slam into the ground, actually, it wasn't actually a chunk sound. It was more like a boom sound, as the pit seemed to just sort of open under you. You were gonna take some damage.
I figured.
You were gonna as you boom hit the ground, the dirt hard. You're gonna take 6 falling damage as the wind is knocked out of you as you find yourself on your back, just looking up.
All right, I think we've established a pattern that every step is dangerous here.
Agreed.
Good one.
Put that out. What'd you say, Zach?
I said, are you okay?
Oh, a bit bruised, but not too bad. How far down am I?
20 feet.
20
Who's
feet.
carrying that rope?
Yes.
It's not that bad.
Have you ever fallen 20 feet?
Yes.
Oh. That's like 2 stories, dude. Fuck that.
All right. So you guys have some rope. You want to help him get out?
That would be my plan. Yes.
What do you see down there? Is it just a pit? Is there stuff down there? What's going on?
And it's just a deadfall pit. No bungee sticks, no spikes, no
There's no corridors, no corridors, no
centipedes, no
spiders.
rust monsters. God, this thing sucks.
No, those are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just a featureless dirt pit,
Okay.
yeah.
No, nothing really.
Okay, who's carrying the rope? Wasn't me.
Well, I have one, but we also gave some to Xantor so he could drag his little pet around.
Throw it up to me, bud.
I will take my what portion of the rope I have left and chuck it up or try.
You can like tie it to something metal to throw up. We'll say Xantor will kind of come over and just sort of like lower his rope down and say like, "Come on, guys, it's getting boring. I want to go see the magical stuff."
Well, by all means, you're welcome to lead this little charge.
He'll say okay, and he just kind of gingerly steps over the pit into the room, and he'll kind of it's like, "Oh, birds!" as he points across the room. Let me give him a torch, and you will give Zan. All right, so we'll say after a time Balin, you managed to pull yourself out of the pit, and we'll open this door also. All right. So what do you guys want to do?
You get the hiccups?
Maybe just a little bit. I need more alcohol.
Clearly.
Isn't that what gives you the hiccups?
All right. So what are we doing?
I do too. I just filled up my pineapple. We're good.
You're going to very carefully and gingerly traipse through this place and figure out where the shit all these other pits are.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna look for some. I'm gonna make sure that I don't step on any creaky stuff like you guys. Can we make our way kind of like around if I want to go like right there?
Yeah, you can step once it's there. You can step around it.
Like swing around it there.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Around Xantor.
Yeah. You could step around the pit. It's not hard.
Okay.
So like you said, there are two other doors, and as soon as you kind of step into this room, the loud, frantic squawking of a cage full of songbirds, of exotic birds, kind of echoes from the north end of the room. I don't know if I have a bird sound here. Hold on.
Oh boy, let's hope they don't break out and turn into weird creatures.
Wizards Estate. Nope, no birds. That makes me sad. Get your shit together, Sirenscape.
Roger, what is this? A tweety bird?
Alright. So what are you doing?
Well, we need to make it through this room, I guess. See if there are any more traps.
You do that by stomping, or
Were there any in the courtyard? Were there any like stones that were say heavy enough to be carried, but not so heavy that they would weigh us down? I could,
You can go grab yourself a rock if you want.
I do. I want to grab a hefty rock that's hefty but not too hefty. One that's got some weight to it that can be thrown on, random squares and.
we're gonna be curling our way through this thing. I'm just sliding rocks across the floor. Just
Hey.
find out what the traps are.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna toss it in that square right in front of where Zach is.
Okay,
Wait a
the
couple
rock
seconds.
hits the ground, hits the wood paneling floor.
And see if anything happens. Any more trapdoors.
Just a thud.
Alright, and I will move to that square and pick up my rock.
Please tell me you're not doing that the whole way through.
That's why I moved 2 squares.
Hey, I gotta check these squares. I don't know where the traps are. I gotta look around and search things. I don't know how to get through this room. Unless I can do one big, super awesome investigation scanning from my one little position and determine.
So, I mean, what do you want to do, Balin? There's a door to the north. There are squawking songbirds that fill the north end of the room.
Well, I was gonna go to here,
Okay.
and I presume, of course, the door is closed. Since I personally am not a huge fan of squawking songbirds, so you said it's a big cage over there.
Yeah, that big pink thing.
Okay. Are there any containers nearby?
Probably not.
Nothing which would contain bird food.
No, I mean, it looks like they have stuff in the cage.
All right. Hey, Druid, you want to go talk to your friends, make them shut up for a while?
He says, I don't talk to birds. What do you think I am?
A druid.
Yeah, he says, no, birds are dumb. They never have anything interesting to say.
It's probably true. It sounds the same way to me, even though I can't understand it. All right. And I don't have any chain. All right, which door are we going to try? The one down there or this one here?
Isn't there a staircase in the back corner too?
There's a spiral
Oh,
staircase.
spiral circuit. That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I was outside the door, it wasn't illuminated for me, so I didn't realize what it was. Hugh Smith.
She's just kind of waiting by the door. She says, yeah?
Come on in, dude or girl.
All right, she says as she steps over gingerly and she thanks. She says, thank you, Narkin Goat, for joining us. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you so much.
As long as we're traveling through here, do you want to go ahead and take care of the initial cataloging?
Sorry, say that again?
I'm gonna have her take care of the initial cataloging.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm not writing notes for you. You're not getting off like that.
No. I asked her if she wants to do it.
Yes, and that means me, which means no.
No.
No. If you want notes, you have to write them yourself.
Going to. I'm just within the RP of the
That's
game.
okay. That's
Hey.
different.
Giving her something to do rather than
It's different.
walking along behind us going, so.
I was thinking you're saying you're playing her right now, so that means
No.
you take notes. So we're asking her to do that. I think I may have missed this because I don't tend to pay attention to chat much, but I think Dungeons and Distractions have joined us for a raid. Thank you so much, everyone here from Dungeons and Distractions. Welcome to the madness. Welcome to the madness. I was gonna do a whole game where I was playing the narrator from Darkest Dungeon. I was gonna do it like Wayne June, but
Oh, yeah.
anyway, so she will whip out her wand and say, so what? Oh no, the wand she gave to Zachnavine. She says, okay, notes, got it.
All right. So, Zach, you want to...
To open this door.
Well, at least check it to see if it's got a magical trap on it. We know that the wizard who lived here loved his magical traps, so...
That's true. They did say that. Okay, sure. I'm gonna do that at will. Check and see if there's any magic aura or anything off about this door.
Okay, you want to use the wand?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, the Karame, for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. So you use your Arcana to activate your wand, and as it, let me see if I have a thing here because I know I'm gonna play a sound every fucking time, if I can find it.
I'm really glad I have the stream muted then.
Yeah, here we go. as you cast your detect magic spell. That was very loud. As it pulses, it's still going. Wow, I did not expect that to be as loud or as long as it was.
While you're doing that, I will say, "Hello, Narcan goat. You are indeed a very fetching animal companion." Yes. Sorry, please continue.
Everyone wants Trendane to narrate, to speak in his dulcet tones to them. The door does not radiate any particular magic aura as your wand kind of emanates its detection in a cone. Nothing seems to light up on this particular door.
We're good to go, boys. Head on in.
So real quick, but I'm just asking for you, who is taking notes about the contents of the house? Because you did sign a contract saying you were going to do that.
Not me.
It's gotta be one of you. Literally cannot be anyone else. You signed a contract saying we will do this.
I don't recall doing that. I remember signing a ledger. Mayor. Well, it's not signing a ledger, just putting a B and a on there.
The dude brought you a contract before you went to the house.
I know. Okay. What'd you say, Zach?
Can we do this? Can we do this at the end, like on the way out? We can.
You can do whatever you'd like. I'm just saying, someone's gonna need to take notes. So yeah, the door does not appear to be magically trapped in any way that you can detect. Magically trapped that you can detect.
He was very specific about that. I'm suspicious now.
Last time we broke into a house, I know you weren't here for that, Josh, but I sort of got chased out the front door by a gigantic sort of pseudo-holographic manticore breathing fire on my back the whole time. I really prefer not to. I'm leery of sneaking into people's houses now.
Well, technically, we're not sneaking.
Sure. I'm quite certain that's what the traps think.
All right. A lot of stalling. What are you guys doing?
Lycon, did you want to check these doors for physical traps, or should we just grab the handle and go?
I mean, if you want to get out of my way and let me get to the door, I'd be more than happy to.
We'll go over to the birds and
The birds.
He's fucking throwing
See
shade
if I
at
can
me.
Check the door if it's locked.
and try to calm them, and very poorly.
Shake the case. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up!
While he's doing that, so an investigation check from Lycon, and I need a perception check from Balin.
God damn it! I can't see shit today.
You, as far as you're aware, this door is not trapped.
Sure,
All
fuck. I'm never bringing you again.
I don't see any traps, guys. If you want to open it, go for it.
I'm gonna go with the 14.
All right. Careful with that crumpling, man. Balin, as you were looking, you were trying to kind of find a way to calm these birds down. You kind of notice that there's something glinting on the leg of one of them.
Like it's possibly a band around one of their legs.
It's hard to see because this thing is moving around and going nuts. It appears to be a small silver charm attached by a piece of string to the leg of one of the larger birds.
Can I tell what kind of bird it is? I know they're exotic, so I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't know. But...
Oh, and by the way, I feel like we should all raise our glasses in a toast to my good friend Bird vs. Plane, who's just become a patron of ours on Patreon. Thank you so much, man. You are awesome.
Welcome.
So thank you so much, man. We appreciate that, and for everyone else, ! Patreon, just because. Okay, so what about the charm were you saying?
You were saying one.
I was saying a small silver charm.
I knew what kind of bird it was.
just some exotic, parrot type thing. You're not really. Yeah, you've never really been a bird person.
No.
Lycon, like I said, as far as you are aware, this door is not trapped.
Yep, I relayed that, and I told them they could open it if they wanted to. I don't open doors.
All right.
Oh, I rarely open doors.
I apparently do. So I will go ahead and, as I'm getting ready to open this door, I will look over to Zach and say, if you want another bird, there's one with a angly bit over there. No? All right.
Nah, Frank is good enough.
All right. So you open in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The door creaks open. You find yourself peeking your head into a well-stocked looking kitchen.
As I recall, Xantor, you're out and very hungry. There could be plenty for you to eat in here. Though it might all be magically trapped. Who knows what dark secrets lie woven into the muscle fibers of a ham hock. And I shall step inside to here.
Okay.
Fortune favors the stupid. Let's go.
Anybody fall into any more pits?
Not immediately.
Not yet. Ah!
More.
There appears to be a curtain that is kind of blocking off a part of the room over here.
Directly across.
And then there are two other doors that you can see.
We'll check behind the curtain, number 2.
As you peek behind the curtain, there appears to be two small cots. Each at their foot rests a small chest, kind of cheap looking, that are just kind of crammed into this little cubby.
Right. Looks like kitchen staff quarters. And I will check this door.
All right. This door is, of course, not locked. You open it here, and you are looking into a sort of a larder. It's just sort of a well-stocked pantry to go with the kitchen.
Okay. And I will check this door. By the way, Lycon, there's 2 chests in there in the servants' quarters if you want to look at them. Behind that curtain.
This when you try this door, it is not locked, but it also, you push on it and the door feels like it is sealed, like it's not opening, like, you know, you just won't budge.
Okay. Well, I will knock on it.
You don't hear anything.
Mr. Zagnifin, I believe you said you had a bit of a penchant for knocking down doors.
Man, fucking inanimate objects that are blocking my way are no match for me, my friend.
I figured as much.
Can I try and kick this shit in?
Oh yeah, give me a strength check.
Absolutely, let's fucking do it. Wooden objects stand no chance. Where is this? Where's my strength at? There it is. Boom. What's
You kind of lock eyes with Balin, and you just like you go like 1 foot kick this door, and the door just doesn't even like rattle in its frame.
I look at Balin and I nod, and then I go for the kick and slip and fucking fall.
And we drink.
All of you, put it down, man.
Was not exactly what I had in mind. But
Dude, these last couple times, man, these rolls have just been.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Sabotage. Everyone in chat should be drinking too. All right, Lycon, are you doing anything up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna rummage through those chests to see
Sure.
if I
Just roll me
see
a
anything.
sleight of hand to see if you can get them open. They're you can tell the locks are pretty crummy, but they
No.
are. One of the locks is actually broken, so you can kind of pop it open. The other's a little bit more sturdy. When you do it, when you pop the lock open, you find there's very little in here. It looks like some clothing and personal belongings of someone who probably didn't own a lot.
Are they humanoid clothing or?
Yeah, they're
kobold?
definitely human clothes. Probably like servants' clothing.
Most certainly for a centaur.
Guys, it's a saddle and a whip. I don't know they were using this place. Okay, I will finish my rummaging and I will relay that information. Looks like servant stuff. Nothing important, nothing useful. To the one I can get open.
Zach, do you want to try this again, or do you want me to give it a shot?
Can I try it again?
Yeah,
Right.
you can get up and kind of try again.
All right, shame. Shame is my new prison. Oh my goodness.
Whole
better.
whole lot of nothing.
Jesus. I
feel like
I skipped leg day. I shouldn't have kicked it. I should have just fucking barreled
Probably.
into it. Should have just punched it or something.
Do you mind if I give it a try?
Yeah, you go for it. Today's not my day. I'm counting on you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
That's
there we go.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. See, he shoulder barreled into it instead of trying to kick it.
Balin, as you come colliding into this door, you hear something heavy behind it being like shoved back a little bit. No, like actually physically shoved back, like not off completely, but enough, but probably just a little bit, as the door kind of rattles in its frame.
Almost like a barrel that's gonna.
Well, it seems like there was it wasn't moving because there was something heavy pressing
like
against
a
the other
bookshelf.
side, and when you kicked it, it looked like the thing was pushed back maybe like a foot. Enough so it's not like right up against the door, but probably still blocking the door from opening completely.
It's probably like a bookshelf or something heavy like that.
Yeah, no, it's probably something heavy like a bookshelf. Yeah, brilliant deduction.
It's full of organist cookbooks. So, shall I try again?
Well, did he move it enough for us to be able to look inside, or just
You can open the door a crack, not like enough to fit through, but you can open it.
Okay, so we'll peek.
As you sort of push the room in, you appear to be looking into a very, very small room. Though you can just you can see the wall at the other side, and you're not really sure, but you hear some kind of faint, like whimpering or sobbing, kind of coming from the other side of the room.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
You hear the sound kind of quiets, but and there's no answer.
My name is Balin Koth. I'm one of the people who saved Sandpoint from the goblin attacks. We recently found the master of this mansion killed in a cabin under the tower next door. We were here sent by the mayor to do a cataloging of the house. If you are in there, you have no need to fear from us.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, good. This one's solid spreads. Why can't it be intimidation? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, the you like there's quiet, and then it says you hear I don't trust you, go away.
Good. It's good that you do not trust me. You do not know me. But this is good. I swear to you, we mean no harm. We have a paladin here, a druid just outside. It's kind of watching over the birds in the next room, which I'm sure you can hear them. They're making a fair bit of noise. May I ask your name? Even if you won't open the door, may I at least ask your name?
You're gonna need you're gonna need some definitely, like, so from what you can gather this from the sobbing in the corner, whoever's locked in this room is terrified. You're definitely gonna need to calm them down before you can get any solid answers out of them. They don't seem to be very forthcoming.
Okay.
Ask why this person's blocking the door.
Sorry, were you telling me to ask why they're blocking the door?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I like the way that you say things. So
I see. What is it that you fear so desperately that you must lock yourself away in this room?
Give me 1 second. Okay. You just because she otherwise wouldn't really be when you think Kismet kind of chimes in from behind you. She says, "Yeah, it's all right. We're not bad people. We're just here to make sure everything's safe in here." And she will help you make another persuasion check. This time you can make it at advantage.
Okay. Persuasion.
Ooh, and that is a natural 20. So
Thank you, Kismet.
yes, thank you so much. That's my drink for that nat 20. And as you kind of you say that, the voice says, I work here. I work for Hunkley. I'm the only one here. I just didn't want whatever he was working with in this house to get to me.
We are definitely not that. And the kobolds he was working with, they are dead.
He says, I knew about him. I know about them and other things too.
The hell is that sound?
That is Josh.
It's like he's got a dog coming into the house with him or something there, just barreling through.
He kind of like peeks his head in the crack of the door. So let me do this so you can see it. So that'll be the kind of crack in the door, and he'll just kind of peek his head through. As he says, he says, I know my master was working with those creatures, employing them to knock down the witch tower over there. He spent a long time trying to do it by legal methods and couldn't. There's other things too. Hunkley, he had contact with lots of unsavory folks, mostly for his research, and I'm pretty sure he spent all his time in the observatory researching the stars. That's mostly what he focused on.
I seem to remember hearing something about that. But he claimed that he wanted to tear the tower down because it blocked his telescope, that he could not see the stars he wanted to look at.
I think so, yeah, something like that.
Well,
I-
though he is dead, his wish has been granted. The tower is down. I'm sure you both heard and felt that, given your proximity.
I can't help you with much, as I know some places here, but there was a lot of places me and the other servants weren't allowed to go.
Are there any other servants that you know of that are still here?
Linus and Saba, they fled, I think.
I yell over to Galen, would this gentleman happen to know where any more traps may be?
That was going to be my next question. Obviously, the areas of the house to which you were not allowed to visit, you would not know of those. But
Give me 1 second, I gotta write a note. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 10, 12. Okay. He says, yeah. You already came through the entryway, so you probably found the door trap that he liked.
Yes.
He liked to arm that when he was going out. There's a meeting room, like a sitting room, down the hall from that, and also a dining room there. I don't think there's anything to worry about in either of those. When you go up the stairs, in the library, he's got some kind of traps on his some kind of wards on his doors. Both of them, I think, and also on one of the metal bookcase. That's the one you want to be aware of. I don't know anything about the observatory. I've never been up there.
Do you know anything about the birds in the cage? I noticed one of them has a small dangly bit.
He says, "Oh yeah, the charm, right? It's oh god, what is it? You use it to get past the wards on some of the doors. Yeah, anytime you find one of the magic spells that locks a door, the ward will get you past that."
I suppose my next question for you is a fairly simple one, but the answer may be more complex. Do you wish to remain in this room, or would you like to go back to town?
He says, I mean, I'd probably like to get out of this place. There's nothing left for me here.
That's what I thought. If you wish, go ahead and move these this blockade you have set up, and we'll get you out of here and back toward town.
He kind of nods, and after a while, you hear kind of the scraping sound of him slowly sort of pushing something heavy away from the door.
Okay. And while he's doing that, I will turn to Kismet and say, "A piece of paper, 2."
She'll hand you some parchment from her spellbook.
When you go back to the, or before you leave, whichever you prefer, you probably know the kitchen and the larder and everything fairly well, and its contents, correct?
He says, yeah, there's not a whole lot of anything in here.
Well, I was just saying, since you have worked here for a very long time, you probably know the contents of these rooms. And I was wondering if you could help us out by writing them down on this piece of paper so that we can add it to our catalog of things that we have to record for the mayor.
You want you want a list of all of the food items and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Cookware.
Okay, yeah, all right, I guess.
Things they have to do for this bureaucracy, for the transferring the ownership of this mansion to your former master's cousin, whatever her name is.
He nods. He says, right. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for you right now.
Thank you. Do you know her?
Who?
The wizard's cousin.
No.
What her name is?
No, I don't think he'd ever had family over to visit. Didn't have many visitors at all, really.
I've heard that. Just hoping that perhaps you might know her name.
He will get to work on that list. All right. And as you guys have begun your exploration of the house, and you just freed the servant who will tell you his name is Mathzik, from his little self-imprisonment in the house. You learn that apparently this house is in fact filled with all kinds of magical traps and dangers, though you do have some idea of how to navigate it now. hopefully to fulfill your contract with the city to catalog all the rare and magical items and things that Hunkley owned, so they can either pass to new owners or be put up for auction. There are still lingering questions about how exactly, I don't know, maybe how exactly Hunkley got the kobolds, and still what it is. Is a Teparax real? And if so, what does the dragon want? Those questions. Yeah, what does it mean to be a dragon? All of these questions, hopefully, we will get to answer next week, but I think that is probably where we're going to end it for tonight. Because quite a full session this has been. So as we bring it to a close, I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. Thank you to everyone in chat who joined us, and a big thank you as always to my players for being awesome. So why don't we start right up at the top? We'll go through some hooks and plugs, and also what you thought of the session, thoughts on the session, and I don't know, questions, things you want answered maybe in the future. So we'll start as always with Trendane off at the end.
Hello. Hello, my name is Trendane Sparse. I am a professional voice actor. I like to do weird and crazy things with my mouth to pleasure other people.
Ooh.
Maybe that is not the best way to describe that.
That's exactly, that's how you put on your resume.
Perhaps it is. Are you kidding me? I put the length of my tongue on my business cards.
Nice.
It's not true. I don't have business cards. Anyway, so I'm a professional freelance voice actor, and I do video game narration and audiobook narration. Well, not video game narration, but sometimes video game narration over on Arvin Eleron's Twitch channel, which is where I do most of my work on Twitch, even though I have my own channel. Go figure. I never stream anymore. So if you go to Arvin Eleron's channel, you'll find us over there. Usually we're playing D&D. Actually, I think our next game is on Tuesday night. And then off and on, you'll see us throughout the week. Sometimes we'll have a thing called the R Vocalists, and Greg takes a game that has text but no voices, and we do the voiceover live, and it's
I was thinking of doing that with Morrowind, because it's my favorite game.
Oh my god, that would just be crazy. And then you have to make sure that, no, that's Oblivion. I was gonna have to say you have to have one person voice all the guards.
Well, it would be me voicing everything.
Well, there you go. Okay. Anyway, one of the most recent narrations that I did was for the Escape Pod podcast, a short story by Nancy Fulda called Recollection, which is about it's kind of a near future thing where they found a cure for Alzheimer's, and the story is from the perspective of one of the first trial patients, and so his entire life is gone. You know, he's been cured of Alzheimer's, but he's lost everything from his life, and so they're trying to rebuild that thing and all of the terribleness that comes with that. I'll put a link to that thing in chat, so that if you guys want to listen to it, you can, or read it, whichever. But it was a lot of fun to narrate that one, and very difficult because it's like I would get to the last line in the story and I would start to choke up, and I'm like, damn it, I have got to get this thing finished. No crying, I'm not crying, you're crying. Okay,
Any thoughts on the session?
Oh. Yes. Lycon? It was good. I really liked the part with the mayor. I thought that was a lot of fun. I had to make sure to apologize to James on the way out, because I know Balin's still feeling kind of after dealing with all the crap in the bottom of the tower. So he's trying to rein himself back in and go, stop being a dick. Stop being a dick to people.
I always love how whenever I don't know if it's a thing about those particular characters, but whenever you have a D&D character that interacts with like people, like, so that you have a clerk and it's his job to say like, "Do you have an appointment?" But for some reason, when you do that to a D&D character, it's like they're like, "Fuck you! No, I don't need an appointment. Like I'm better than you." And it's like, it's
They're
just
in
a
on
guy.
it.
He has a job. This is his thing.
That's why Balin made a point of apologizing to him on the way out.
I love it. It's the same everywhere.
Oh.
Oh man. All right. So awesome. And next up, of course, we have Chris Lycon. How are you doing, man?
Sleepy. Hey guys, I am playing Chris. I am playing the Dwarven Rogue Lycon, and I run a Twitch stream with our intrepid druid who was mostly absent this evening, Xanthor. We do a Twitch stream right now. We're doing it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays evenings. It's called Totally Tweaked. We're going to do a lot of different video game stuff. Right now, we're kind of focusing on the new stuff from the World of Warcraft expansion. They got some new stuff coming out Tuesday that we're probably going to be digging into a little bit. We're still working on the format, still kind of getting our flow down, but we're having fun with it. So if you guys are bored, come check us out, hang out.
Any thoughts on the session?
Yeah, I was a little boring this time around because I'm extremely tired and had a whole bunch of crap going on this weekend. So I apologize, but hopefully next weekend will be a little bit lighter. We can get some stuff going. Hopefully less stabbing in the back, but
And more of the party.
yeah, that would also be nice. We'll see.
Awesome. And finally, as you know, of course, both Adam and Ashley are dead, so they cannot plug themselves here. Though I still have. Well, they can plug themselves wherever they want, just not here.
Okay.
Because they're not here to do it. I still don't know what Ashley was meant when she said that in Skype.
Oh, I think that was a reference to every time I tell her that we played her character, I told her we whore her out.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Or we make her do something really ridiculous.
So they are both dead, but we pray for a speedy resurrection. So then finally we have Mr. Josh. How's it going, man?
All right. What's up, dude? It is going well currently.
You say that like you're bordering on the whole. I love you, man.
Oh man, it's been a long day. No, everything's been great. This is one of the less, I would say, exciting sessions that we've had so far. But we got done. We got a lot of what we need to get done out of the way. So now all the future ones are going to be a lot more exciting. I on the side I stream a few games, but the main one I stream is called Dungeon Boss. Yesterday I did a big giveaway for it. There were like a little over 100 people there for that. So little by little, I'm working up that stream. My YouTube is doing very well. I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube for that game, so I was very excited about that. But if you're not into that game, you probably won't love my streams. But you should go. You should go check out the game regardless.
I saw the YouTube video that you put out, one of your YouTube videos. I have no idea anything about the game, but it was really well narrated. It was like it was well script. The script was good. It was well narrated. All that stuff, quality stuff.
Oh, thanks, bud. I don't know which one it was, but so some are better than other ones. But yeah, I'm doing a video series on it right now with another content creator for the game. We're working really closely with the developers, and they're helping us out with a lot of stuff. So everything's going really well with that. I, of course, absolutely enjoy doing these dungeons, these D&D streams, and I can't wait till next week for it. So I've had pineapple juice for like a while now, so I'm like,
All right. And so big thanks to our cast. Their links, their Twitter and Twitch links are in chat. Go hit them up. Go show them some love. They are always awesome here. My name, for you guys who are just joining us, let me drop this. No, I won't even bother. My name is Askren. I am your host and dungeon master here on the Exploding Dice channel. And I host live D&D here every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I also have an awesome talk show, which Dice Thulu may remind you of, which is called Fuzzy Dice. It's every Tuesday at 8 Eastern. Wow, that is getting really loud. And I host the best in streamers, podcasters, all that kind of stuff. And it is a great talk show. I have a ton of fun with it. There is actually no episode this week because I have family stuff I got to take care of, but we will be back the following week. I had a great November lined up for you. Some quick announcements. I don't know how these guys are, but I have right behind me my costume for next week's show, which I prepared, and I am peer pressuring the rest of the cast into also going in costume, because what the fuck is the point of streaming the day before Halloween if you're not going to be in costume? Really? Okay. What else? If you haven't already, thank you everyone who followed us. You guys are awesome. Thanks for helping us out on our road to 1K. Check out my Twitter. It's just twitter.com/Askren, where you can catch updates for the game and scheduling stuff and all the other places that I play D&D, because I play a lot of D&D on like Encounter Roleplay and stuff. I think that is all I have. So before we leave here, as always, we're going to be going and we're going to be delivering the love, I think, to one of our friends who is also playing D&D. And I'm just gonna grab a link right here, and we're gonna set up a fun raid. So yeah.
Oh, fun raid. Good.
Yes, a fun raid. So here it is in chat. Go hit that link.
I don't want those guys from before.
Dude,
those guys were not fun.
Go hit that link. Tell everyone your hashtag Exploding Dice Raid is coming to bring the fun train. And from all of us, we will be back next week. So as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because you may end up almost losing a shopkeeper when you haggle too much.
That was.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.